Welcome back. Now, flowers can say a lot. They can say, I love you, I'm sorry, congratulations, get well soon. And even, please like me, future mother-in-law. And the person making all these moments perfect is the florist. And this now includes the top trend of flower bands at festivals. Fionnuala McAuley took over her aunt's flower shop and got bitten by the flower bug and joins us today to talk about petals, foliage, stems and plumage. So welcome.
Good morning.
Firstly, talk to us about, I'm sure there's a lot of people planning their weddings at the moment, wedding budgets. Now, they can be, you know, as big or as small as you want. What is, would you say, the average spend on flowers for a wedding, for a normal-ish wedding?
For an everyday wedding, I'd say you'd be talking about €1,000.
Okay.
Somewhere in that, about 800 to €1,000, and that would get your bridal flowers for all your bridesmaids, your groomsmen, and then your church.
And what about actual brides' kind of bouquets?
Yeah.
What are they sort of? What are the big ones that people are asking for at the moment? We're hearing that they're kind of the bouquet is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It is definitely, and lots and more foliage. So we're gone back to the nude tones with lots of greenery. So lots of different types of greenery as well. So lots of ferns, eucalyptus, soft flowing bouquets.
Do you have to be aware of what is in season? Because some people kind of have a flower in mind. They go, I'm definitely having that. And then, you know, it might be December and they just might not be available.
Yeah, we have a lot of brides at the moment looking for all these natural flowers that you would see in your garden. They're not really, you won't be holding them in January or December. You know, they're really for the summer months. Again, lavender would be huge this season. Again, only available in July. If you pick flowers that are true to your season, you'll find that your budget will be much lower than unseasonal flowers. And
would that be kind of, because I was going to ask, you know, have you any tips on people if they're trying to sort of save a few quid and they're on somewhat of a budget, but they still want the place to look nice?
Yeah, what I would say is choose your pieces quite carefully. So use things that you can reuse, so you can move them. So say your candle arrangement for the top of the altar. So bring that with you and put it on your top table. You know, that's a great one. And, you know, your big pedestal arrangements, if you want to make impact, use pedestal arrangements rather than low arrangements. They give you more impact. People are more inclined to see them. If you have
Can you have too much of an impact though, where you actually can't see any of the guests at the table? And we've all been at those weddings, you know, where you're actually now, depending on the table you're put at, sometimes that's not a bad thing. Like you can't see the person who's opposite you. I'm not pointing at you, Tara. Just have to be in front of me.
You literally did.
But is there, you know, sometimes you want a lovely arrangement, but you want to actually not just see flowers when you walk into a room. You want to see the table too.
What I would say, if you want high impact in flowers, what I would say is make them tall. So use glassware, use clear glassware, so you can lift them up off the table. So they'll be up off the table about 2.5 foot, so that you don't block anybody's eye line. So everybody around the table, they're usually in a circle.
Yeah,
they can see right through clear glass.
And what about celeb weddings? And, you know, are people coming in now a bit like hairstyles and going, you know, I saw, you know, Pippa's bouquet and I want this and I want that.
Yeah,
is that what's happening?
Of course, it's trend setting, really, isn't it? Like that's what it comes down to. And unfortunately for social media, this has a huge role to play in it.
Yeah.
You know, these Pinterest brides come into us with unrealistic
I think Pinterest has an awful lot to answer for, because it actually just becomes a nightmare.
It does, yeah. And you get overloaded, and people, when you go on and you find 100 pictures, where do you even start?
I know.
You know, like they come into you, and you know, nearly every idea so break it down. Pick a style for your wedding. Pick a colour. Usually match that with the bridesmaids, you know, and then that's where you start, and then get it all together. But you're right, Pinterest has an awful lot to answer for,
with everything.
With everything, yeah,
exactly.
It affects life, you know, even down to you know, unseasonal flowers. You know,
yeah.
Remember that most of the pictures taken for Pinterest are by stylists.
Exactly.
They're not real weddings.
No. They're not. Yeah, people are forgetting that, I think.
Yeah, they're bunches of flowers that are made to last 20 minutes or 2 hours rather than your whole entire day. Now, if I was getting married tomorrow, I'd prefer my bouquet to last the entire day.
Exactly, that's what you want. Now, this is something else which could also tie in. Our brides may be wearing these too, but these are kind of, we're talking about floral headbands, and a lot of people are wearing these at festivals now. Are people coming into you to actually make these for them?
They are huge. We would make quite a lot of these. In particular, the weekends festivals.
Do you think Snapchat has anything to do with that
of course,
as well?
yes. Here
Do
we
people
go
say,
again.
can I get a Snapchat filter as a real flower?
Yeah, they're but they're brilliant. You know, they're a bit of fun.
Yeah.
They're kind of the hippie look that everybody going to a festival wants
Boho
to have.
chic is what we're going with
yeah.
this. Now, the flowers that are in this, I'm seeing daisies. And then I'm probably not great on naming anything else in it. But why is it that, you know, people would insist on using real flowers? You know, if it's a headband, you would think to yourself, well, I'll get a few wears out of it if I use fake flowers.
That particular one that you're holding there has a lot of dried lavender on it, so it will dry.
Okay.
So it will last you the whole weekend.
Would I get, I was going to say, would I get the summer out of it? No, but I might get electric picnic out of it if I'm careful.
If you hang it up afterwards.
In your tent.
If you hang it up in your tent afterwards, you'll get the entire electric picnic out of it.
Bring a suitcase with you just for that.
I think I will have
and
to.
it'll also take away any nasty smells. Because the lavender smells lovely.
That's a good tip now to have. We are going to make one of these off air. We have drafted in Tara because Tara was in yesterday morning and I thought she was unwell, and she informed me that she was suffering very badly from hay fever. So we thought today, why don't we bring her down and put flowers on her head and see how well her medication is working? So we're going to do that. What flowers are we going to use in the one that Tara's going to make? Which, by the way, is going to be on our 2FM Facebook page. We're going to be Facebook Live in a minute.
Okay, so we have some Astilbe out there. We have some spray roses.
Astilbe?
Yeah, which is the pink one, the pink flower that's in that coming out the edge.
Okay.
We have lavender. We've lots of lavender for you. Lavender is great, like because it gives you a good strong base on the bottom of them. We have some phlox. We have some astromeria. So you're going to have lots of fun.
Lots of pollen.
Lots of pollen. Bring on that pollen. And how long is it going to take us to make this realistically?
Realistically, probably about 40 minutes.
Okay, but we're going to do it in 4.
Yeah.
Excellent. If people want to find you, Fionnuala, I presume you're online. People can have a little look as well.
We are online at www.dublinflowershop.ie. You'll also find us at scarecrowflowers.ie, and we're down in Sandymount Village.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming into us. For anyone listening now, if you'd like to go over to our 2FM official on Facebook, we're going to be Facebook Live in this. Tara might be crying, but
there'll be snot.
You'll smell lovely and you'll look great.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Thank
all that
you.
matters.
Thanks a million for that.